Hey guys, Meteorologist Chris Tomer here with this afternoon mountain weather update. To radar first, here is our inbound storm system. Moving through the Sierra with moderate to heavy snow tonight into tomorrow morning. You can see that line of snow and rain, even some thunderstorms around Boise. That whole line is going to move towards and pivot and hit the Wasatch by tomorrow afternoon, and then shortly thereafter into Colorado, and it will run through the Tetons as well. So that is our next storm system. Here's what I'm seeing this afternoon, and that storm system will probably last through 4-7 in Colorado and Wyoming, maybe even in Montana, maybe even into 4-8. I'll show you the forecast radar for that coming up in a minute. But this storm will also deliver very strong wind gusts. A lot of jet energy with this, washing down to the surface. I'm forecasting anywhere from 50 to 75 mile an hour winds from the Wasatch, Tetons, and especially into Colorado on Friday and Saturday. Both days look to have strong winds. You can see the timing for snow in the Wasatch, Tetons, Colorado, Sierra in the Northeast. So, for example, I'm forecasting moderate snow accumulation in the Wasatch the afternoon of 4-5, and then heavy on 4-6. In the Tetons, Colorado, I'm forecasting heavy snow afternoon 4-5 all the way through 4-6, light on 4-8 and 4-9. In the Northeast, your heavy snow will be tapering and just light snow for tomorrow. All right, so we'll look at all that in this forecast update. I want to take you to water vapor satellite imagery here this afternoon and mark some of the key features. So on this, your moisture aloft is in your whites, your blues, and your greens, and you can see our storm system right here. This is the one that is going to roll across the Intermountain West with all of that snow and that wind. So it's going to bring that whole front with it. And then behind it, there is another storm system spinning up here, but it's going to kind of get lost in the shuffle. Let me show you the forecast jet stream. By close of business today, you can see the trough, the dip in the jet supporting that storm system. Then it moves into the interior tomorrow and it delivers that snow, especially midday into the afternoon to the Wasatch, and then it picks up overnight into Saturday, and then it blows. I mean, there's a lot of jet energy here, so it blows into Colorado and the Tetons as well into 4-6. And by 4-7, the low is actually hanging up to the north, kind of sitting and stalling over the Dakotas and Wyoming and Montana. So that snow could continue up there a little bit longer. There's a secondary trough that comes in behind it, but the low kind of washes out a little bit. There's 4-9, and by 4-10, it's moving away. And then by 4-12, even into 4-13, it looks like there's some energy coming in the northern branch right there. Here's forecast radar and satellite by 5:30 this afternoon. So that just passed. So this is basically what it looks like right now. You can see the snow in the Sierra. All right, so the whole storm moves in tomorrow, and there's your snow by afternoon in the Wasatch, Tetons, big sky, and then it just rolls into Colorado Friday night into Saturday with quite a punch. I mean, it's going to have a lot of wind, like I was saying. And then it kind of moves up into Wyoming and Montana towards the Dakotas. You can start to see the deformation zone where all that precipit's overrunning. And then it kind of sits there, even on 4-7. And there might be a little bit of cyclonic backwash through parts of northeast Colorado. And it just sits there and continues to snow. You can see the other little low that drops in to Colorado right there, 4-8, 4-9. That's the second low that comes in behind it. But it's not nearly as strong as what we've seen in the past couple of days. And then it rolls down through New Mexico and then away. There's 4-10, 4-11, a little more energy on the northern branch, 4-12. Little something trying to move through, but nothing terribly organized. Okay, let's look at the latest numbers. So here's what I've got. You know what? First, I want to show you my forecast wind gusts. So this is for Saturday afternoon in Colorado. You can see Denver. You can see the Continental Divide. I've got all the 14ers marked. And again, incredibly strong wind gusts. And this is not just for like an hour or two. Like this is for hours. Long's Peak will have winds of 75 to 80 miles an hour. Grays and Torrey, 70. Quandary, 60. Elbert, Yale, all in the 60s. Creststone, Sneffels. So a very windy Saturday across Colorado. Unfortunately, that tends to wreck the snowpack. So, we'd love to have just heavy snow and no wind, but that's nearly impossible in Colorado. That's also going to be a high wind event for Denver and the Front Range with wind gusts up to 70 and 75 miles an hour. I am not kidding. It's going to be very windy. All right, here are my latest numbers. Grand totals by 4:13, late 4:13, looking at possibly 1 to 2 feet through the Little and Big Cottonwood Canyons. And again, I'll break it down by time period. That mainly happens tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night through Saturday. That's mainly when that occurs. In Colorado, anywhere from 6 to 14. inches of accumulation. The big numbers are across the western slope of Colorado. Looking at probably 6 to 12 in the Tetons, and Hagen gets a bit, and you can see the numbers elsewhere. Let me break it down by time period. So rest of today through tomorrow, most of what you see there in the Tetons and the Wasatch happens tomorrow afternoon. Same for Colorado, tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night. Next time period, 4-6 through 4-8. 4 to 12 in Colorado, a lot of that's western slope. Potentially another 4 to 10 in the Wasatch, another 3 to 8 in the Tetons. Final time period, 4-9 through 4-13. You can see the numbers with that potentially that other low dropping down and kind of cruising through New Mexico and Colorado. We could see a couple more inches there in Colorado, potentially more around Taos, northern New Mexico, and southern Colorado. Okay, final stop is in the northeast. And here we go. Some light additional accumulations. So some of this is tonight, could be moderate, but then light accumulations tomorrow, and that's probably going to do it until maybe late in the period. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this afternoon mountain weather update. I always appreciate you tuning in here, and take care.